Hello Earthlings, EDDBUD here, and today I'm back with a video documenting my best daily running shoes of 2020. This one's going to be in no particular order. These are just a selection of some of the best daily running shoes that I've tested out during the year of 2020. Will always be remembered this year, because it was the year that Under Armour released the Hover Machina. I can safely say that this is not one of the best daily running shoes of 2020. I haven't given up on it yet though. Yeah, I have. Seems to have been loads of daily shoes released this year, sort of daily use, middle of the road kind of Neil Young Harvest type shoes. But here's my rundown of the best of those midsole mile munching masters. All of these I've bought with my own cash, no freebies going on here guys. Let's get to it. So, the first shoe on today's video is the Asics Novablast. Weren't expecting that, were you? I've got to be honest, I wasn't extremely keen when I first got hold of this shoe earlier this year. First couple of runs I really wasn't bowled over with the shoe. It just felt really unstable and overly squashy and almost uncontrollable, like a child who's eaten too many Skittles. But that midsole seemed to settle down after a few miles, and we formed quite a bond, this shoe and I. It was one I kept reaching for without hesitation when I wanted to go out and do some of those easy miles. The outsole proved exceptionally durable. I don't know why I was surprised about that, because we got AHA rubber down there. Wouldn't suggest it's got the best fitting upper by any stretch of the imagination, but it did mean I could wear a slightly thicker sock when things were a little chilly. It munched up the miles, and it did so with aplomb. I think a bit over 100 Earth credits. Can't really go wrong. Good value shoe, this one. Gonna get loads of miles out of it before the old FloatRide blast runs out of juice. 321 grams in my UK size 11 makes it not the lightest of shoes, but I can deal with the 11.5 ounces due to all of that cushion there. It just made running the increased number of miles that I was doing at the time much easier. You know, I was getting up to 50 miles those weeks. That's the highest mileage weeks I've done, and this shoe helped me get there, and thus it has a place on my best of the daily running shoes 2020. I salute you. I would say though, I did switch out the laces. I didn't really like these thin strings that they put in. They were like cheese wire. Do be a little careful with sizing as well. It is a little overly generous in terms of height. Even though I managed to get hold of a pair of the Dynablast a few months ago, it didn't shape up to this one. It just didn't have that Novablast style squish. Let's move it along. Shoe number 2 is the Reebok FloatRide Energy 2. This is the cheapest of all of the shoes I've picked up this year. I got this shoe for £29. I mean, that's just crazy value. Absolutely crazy. 295 grams or 10.4 ounces in my UK size 11. I don't think I've had a bad run in these. I am going to use it quite a bit over the next couple of weeks for a bit of a comparison I've got coming up. I found it steady and reliable for daily use. Often discounted below £40. I mean, my £29 was a bit of a crazy deal, but you can often find it for below 40. I've got to be honest, I like the styling of the shoe, or the elf-like heel flare, and those 90s dad looks. I'm a dad twice over now, so I guess I'm qualified to wear this shoe. I would suggest switching out the laces if you do get hold of a pair of these. These strange rope-like laces just aren't really in keeping with the rest of the shoe. Ensure to employ some more sensible twine if you want some more fitting future footwear fun. I really like that beaded midsole material. I mean, it's no Peebacks, but it still does the job. Consistent, over time, and versatile. I think if you call on this one for some more faster paced miles, it won't let you down. A little bit like Andrew WK, who never lets down. I suggest the midsole here is a little bit firmer than the FloatRide Blast that we saw in the Asics Novablast, but I think those who prefer something a little firmer in their rotation, then the Energy 2 is a little bit more of an all-rounder for those varied occasions. Be keen to test out the Energy 3 after my fun in this one. I don't think I'll be able to get a deal as good as that though. Shoe 3. What could it be? It's a shoe that launched in 2020, but actually I managed to get it in 2019. I think I was one of the first people to review it actually. It's the Nike React Infinity Run. Every daily shoe I've tried out this year, I think I've always compared it up to this shoe, and none of them have really come that close. I think in my opinion, this is by far the best of Nike's daily running shoes in 2020. It's got such a forgiving feel in the forefoot there, and with that wider surface area, you can just put this one on for daily miles You know it's going to deliver. I really love the Flyknit upper on it as well. I found it fitting and fun to wear on a day-by-day basis, and it makes it one of my top picks from this year, especially considering the prices that you can pick it up in some of the sales. I would watch out towards the end of the year. I bet there'll be some more discounts on this one. It does have some stability nods, but I just never really noticed them at all. Again, I would go careful with sizing. Some people have found that the shoe didn't have the greatest lockdown. I found that I was fine with the size 11 UK. My foot's a little bit on the edge of that Nike size 11, so I was fine. Again, I feel that this shoe really helped me reach some of those higher mileage weeks. Just on those easy days, it provided enough forgiving cushion in the midfoot just to keep me rolling forwards. I don't care what anybody says, the React in this thing is certainly softer. I mean, maybe it was a strange production model or something, I don't know. But it's definitely different here than some of the other Nike shoes with React. So much more forgiving than that Pegasus 37. That's not a shoe that I'm going to include on my best of daily running shoes 2020 to infinity and beyond. Well, maybe 2021. Last, but by no means least, one of the best daily use shoes of 2020 for me, the New Balance 1080 V10. Weren't expecting that, were you? Certainly one of the most highly cushioned shoes I've tested out this year. This one worked out really well for me over those daily miles. I think the 1080 V10's just got that right balance of squish, fit, density and weight. This one does clock in slightly heavier than the Infinity Run at 326 grams, which is 11.5 ounces. A gram lighter. I think putting all those things together just makes it a real winner for me for top mile covering comfortable cushion. Once I dialed in the fit on this shoe, it was dynamite, but it did take me a while. I had to mess about with the lacing. I missed out the third eyelets completely. I had a little strange problem with the shoe rubbing in a certain area on my foot, but relacing it like this alleviated that problem instantly. I almost overlooked that fact. I completely forgot until I looked at the shoe. This shoe is rarely discounted and seldom on sale. I think it shows the popularity of it. It's obviously a big seller for New Balance. Certainly one of the best shoes that I've tested out of this year in the daily category. I do have one honourable mention, which is for the Saucony Triumph 17. I haven't tried out the 18, but I did enjoy the 17 earlier on this year. I have some really nice memories of that one. I remember Daisy helped me test out that shoe. She was on camera duties that day, before all of this strange, crazy business happened around the world. Seems like ages ago now. But I really enjoyed the cushion in the Triumph 17. It held up well over the miles, although some might find the upper a little bit too plush. But an honourable mention for daily use. What have been your favourite daily running shoes of 2020, viewers? I'd really like to know what your selections are. Which ones have really lit the blue touch paper? What have been your footwear favourites for those daily miles? Let me know in the comments below. Musical interlude time. I think Christmas isn't complete unless you've got some of the Brian Setzer Orchestra. Christmas Rocks is a compilation album of the best Christmas songs that the Brian Setzer Orchestra have covered. I think it was released back in 2008. They even managed to inject some vim into Jingle Bells. You got standard fare on there like Winter Wonderland for example, but all with that big band style. Santa Drives a Hot Rod though gives some significant Setzer sounds. And Angels We Have Heard on High is particularly good. I do recommend you check this one out. It's a massive sound that this group produce. All fronted with Setzer's Gretsch, of course. And he's on good form on pretty much every song vocally. Do check that one out. Christmas Rocks by the Brian Setzer Orchestra. Okay viewers, about that time for me to mosey on into the snowstorm. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell below for notifications of when we launch those new videos. And it really helps the channel out too if you give this video a thumbs up like and share it with your running buddies. My name's EDDBUD and I'll be seeing you